Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 18 of March Comes In Like a Lion. With the beginning of this episode, we go with the workshop and we have another hilarious argument between Harunobu and Shigeta. That was gold once again. I love their argument. Even though it may drag on from time to time, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes the arguments do go on for a little bit too long. Still, I find it so entertaining. And we see the shogi board, and the reason why it's in the position as the way it is because it's supposed to mimic, it's like an exact replica of the day when Shimada lost in the Lion King tournament last year. So he was just asking them like what went wrong, like what could he have done? And that's when Shigeta and Harunobu were arguing and stuff on what he could have done next. But Rei said, no, I think you messed up beforehand. And then this is when Rei had to try to explain himself, and that's not something he really does. I mean, we see, or we listen to his thoughts and stuff, and we see his thoughts play out throughout the entire anime, but it's not like he's actually saying this out loud. So that was very interesting how we saw that, because again, like, we know the way Rei thinks because he is the main character. We see inside of his head, he says uses a lot of metaphors and similes. Like, for example, in today's episode, when he was, with Shimada and Shimada was, versing Rei. Like, that whole scene is an example of basically what the entire anime, how we've been watching it, it's through Rei's mind. So now seeing Rei having to explain himself was interesting, because he never does this, and it was a challenge for him. And he, they kind of helped him along, or at least Shimada, like, because Shigeta and Harunobu, they were kind of pissed off at him at first. They were like, oh, you're trying to sound as vague as possible using big words so that you sound genius? I don't think so. That was great. I loved it. They just got so mad. But, Rei, he was having difficulty explaining himself, but in the end, he was able to get his message across, and Shimada was able to understand. Later on, we go with Rei and the sensei, and Rei was just saying how nothing has changed for him. It's just been a stagnant year. But the sensei saw something else. He was all like, no, you did your laundry, you paid for the rent, you fight, you make your own meals, and I'm just all like, it's very interesting how perspective works, because even I last week agreed with Rei in how he hasn't changed, how nothing has changed for Rei in the past year. But from the sensei's point of view, he started tearing up, man. Like, once he said you fight, I was just like, oh my god, the sensei. The sensei is amazing. He cares for Rei so freaking much. Can this man just adopt him? Can he? Like, the man clearly wants Rei to succeed and to be happy. That's why he's always showing Rei, like, about these new events and stuff. And later in the day, they went up for Odin. Just, can the sensei adopt Rei, please? Please, that would be great. Hina and Momo go and visit Rei to collect the bento, and Hina just couldn't let it in, so she decided to say, who was that woman? And Momo was still, shaken up about that whole event. And then Rei said, oh, she's my sister. So, siblings, we fight, but, it just shows that we're close. Like, you guys fight all the time, but you're still close, right? And so Momo bought it, and Hina, she bought it as well. But Akari saw something else. She was just like, oh no, that's not how close siblings are. That's something else. You guys are broken. This is a very bad sibling relationship. And that's why you moved out, isn't it, Rei? And I was like, ooh, Akari. Like, there's something I gotta bring up. I miss the sisters. The sisters aren't getting much screen time in the second half of the anime. And I'm so sad, especially Akari. Akari just had that one great episode. I think it was episode 2 or 3. And she doesn't get that much screen time. And I'm just like, why? Why? I mean, I'm glad Hina gets a lot of screen time, but still, even in the second half of the anime, like, all the sisters aren't getting much focus. And they're the ones that Rei needs. But we never see them. Oh, it kills me. Well, you know, we still have about 4 or 5 episodes left, maybe 6 episodes left with March Comes In Like a Lion, so hopefully they get more screen time because I miss them and we need them, honestly. Okay, so what's gonna happen next? Because the Lion King tournament is over with Soya still keeping his spot as the master of shogi. Shimada ended up surrendering in the end. So what's next? It is a new year, new school year, new year for shogi. Hopefully Rei could advance. Maybe that's what this is. It's kind of like how I predicted, you know, with the title, how, you know, March comes in like a lion and then, you know, out like a lamb. So hopefully going forward, things will turn out better for Rei because he's starting to realize things. Within the past couple episodes, he's been realizing more and more about his surroundings and how he should act around others. So maybe this upcoming year will be the best year yet for Rei. So catch me tomorrow as I review Little Witch Academia and Tales of Hysteria: The Cross. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.